Hello and welcome to the world of the spirit consciousness. This is a book study session on the astral body and other astral phenomena, which has been authored by A.E. Powell. We are now in the first module, which is a description of the astral body, and the contents of this particular module is drawn from chapter 1 and parts of chapters 8 and 9. This session is being conducted by myself, Ashish Agarwal. So let's see what topics we are covering in this module. So we'll be looking at the introduction, the appearance, the description of the astral body and its activity in sleep, the life on the astral plane being very different from the life as we know it on the physical plane, the development of the astral body as per the stage of development of the self, and the importance of understanding the astral body and its various phenomena. So, coming to the first part, the introduction. So, this particular section is divided into subsections covering how it is the body of emotion that interacts with the astral plane, that it may be a chaotic mass or it may be well organized, that the humans are in the fourth round of development and what that entails as far as the astral development is concerned, that the astral powers for a large number of people are close to ripening, and that it will bring new capabilities to humans. So, coming to the first part of the introduction, that it's the body of emotion that interacts with the astral plane. So the astral body interacts with the astral plane, which is a plane higher than the physical plane. So it is an intermediary between the physical brain and the mind. Now we must know that the mind operates in the higher vehicle, which is the mind body. The astral body is the vehicle in which emotions, feelings, and desires are expressed. Every person has and uses an astral body, but very few are aware of its existence, and still fewer are able to control its functioning in full consciousness. So, the intensity of emotions in the astral level is much higher because the astral world is the base of all feelings and emotions. And those who can submit themselves to an emotion can feel it with such a strength and readiness that is thankfully not known on earth. In the physical body, the maximum productivity of an emotion is lost in transfer to the physical plane. However, in its own astral plane, the entire force is available to be experienced. Therefore, the devotion or affection experienced on the astral plane is much more intense than it is on the physical plane. In the same way, the pain experienced on the astral plane is of unthinkable magnitude to the normal physical plane. However, the good news is that all the pain and suffering in the astral world is optional and can be controlled. So while we know that it is possible but extremely tough to let the physical pain be controlled by the mind, but a person using will on the astral plane can remove the emotional pain within moments. This claim may sound mind-boggling, but it is true because that is the power of the will and mind over matter. So coming to the next part of this subsection, that the astral body may be a chaotic mass or it may be well organized. So with most people, the astral body is a mass of nascent matter, largely undeveloped and unorganized. It is under little control of the self, but with others, the astral body is well developed and thoroughly organized. It has a life of its own, giving its owner many useful powers. Humans being in the fourth round of development, this is very important and interesting to understand. The humans are in the fourth round of development. Now let us see what this means. Now, the student may remember that humans are yet in the fourth round. This round is meant for development of desires and emotions. However, we are also evolving the intelligence, which is a special feature of the fifth round. This is because our evolution is majorly boosted by the descent of the Lords of the Flame from Venus and the work of adepts who have conserved that power for us, constantly sacrificing themselves so as to help us progress better. So remember, the fifth root race is active at the mind body level, and the fourth root race is related more to the astral body. Now, let us see what we mean when we say that the astral powers for a large number of people are close to ripening. So, although most people's center of consciousness is located in the astral body, most are oblivious to its existence or use. They have lived several lives with several traditions and customs in which the astral powers haven't been utilized. Yet, the powers have been growing inside a shell slowly and eventually like a chick growing inside an egg. Hence, a huge number of people are very close to the astral powers but are ignorant about it. So astral powers will bring several new capabilities to humans. As the astral powers will be understood better by masses, very soon it will be possible that the inactive astral powers will be activated. The astral powers will be more common than they are at present, and the shell in which the astral body grows is made up of self-centered thoughts, and the person is deeply buried in it. So this is also applicable with probably more relevance in the sleep life, which we shall discuss in the module covering sleep life. So my quick interpretation of this is when as humans, when we give up the self-centeredness that we usually have, that is the shell that covers the astral body. So once we give up the selfishness, that is when the astral body may come out in the open and exert its powers. So that ends that particular section. We come to the next section of the appearance. So we will be talking a lot more on the appearance in the subsequent modules, but here we are having a quick overview of the same. So to clairvoyants, the astral body appears like the physical body. It is surrounded by an aura of flashing colors, and it is made of materials finer than physical matter, which Now, the physical matter, if you recollect, also includes the etheric matter. The description of the astral body and activity of the self in sleep. We'll be looking at an undeveloped man and we will be looking at a developed man. An undeveloped man, here the astral body is a very primitive astral body, and during the sleep of the physical body, the self leads a dreamy and a vague existence. It remembers little to nothing of its sleep life when he awakes in his physical body. Excuse me. Compared to that, a developed man remains active while the physical body is asleep. This activity has been described as interesting and useful. The self may contain memories of it that may, under certain conditions, be recalled by the physical brain. The life of astral plane being different. So the life on the astral plane is very different. Most people in the astral body don't care whether the memories of the astral travel is retained in the physical brain. 90% of them don't even like returning to the physical body. The regular journey back to the physical life can be compared to a person going to office every day. They don't necessarily dislike it, but would do it only if forced to. Returning to the physical body is a very limiting feeling, as if being covered in a thick, heavy cloak. Life on the astral plane is so delightful that comparatively physical life feels much dull. So the development of astral body as per the stage of development. So we'll be looking at how it is in the lower types of people, in a normal person and a highly developed person. And we will be looking at insanity as a special case over here. Now, we could not fit this anywhere else logically, so we have placed it over here. So in the lower types of people, the karma or the desire is very dominant. There is some advancement in the mental development, but the consciousness is focused in the lower half of the astral body. The life is dominantly ruled by physical sensations. The astral body is the most evident part of the aura. But a normal person, he lives a life led by physical sensations, but higher astral has a role too. But he still behaves according to the motivating questions of what he wishes rather than what is correct. The more developed is starting to control desire by reasoning and hence shifting himself or herself from the higher astral body to the lower mental body. Will start being controlled by values instead of desire as he or she eventually starts progressing upwards. And in a highly developed person, he or she has consciousness developed beyond the causal body, which is also known as the higher mental body. Such a person is hence able to be freely active on the Buddhic plane, has a portion of consciousness upon the Atmic plane. hence has the center of consciousness present between the higher mental and the Buddhic plane. Now, such a person has the higher mental and the Buddhic plane at a way more advanced level than its lower parts. Such a person has reached beyond all karma which could tether him or her to the incarnation. Such a person therefore keeps the physical body so that it can be useful as a medium for higher forces to reach down to the physical plane so that he or she can work through it. Such a person has no thoughts or feelings attached to it. One slide on insanity. In the special case, it can have several reasons. For example, any one or more of the physical, etheric, astral, or mental bodies could be faulty. This is one type. And a particular type of insanity is driven by the inability of proper tuning between the astral matter and the etheric matter, or between the astral matter and the mental matter. In such a situation, sanity can be regained only when the person has left the astral body and reached into the mental body. This kind of insanity, fortunately, is rarely found. Now, having seen the development of the astral body as per the stage of development, we now come to understanding the importance of why one should know and understand the astral body and its phenomena. So, it is important to understand the psychology of humans, understanding afterlife, understanding the various occult phenomena of the world around him, and understanding the almost limitless potential of man. So, coming to the first part, understanding the psychology of humans. So, the astral body is the ultimate vehicle of feelings and emotions. Hence, understanding its make and functioning provides valuable insights into many aspects of man's psychology, both individual and collective. It provides a basic thesis on the mechanism of many phenomena revealed by modern psychoanalysis. Understanding afterlife. So, the knowledge of the astral body is important to understand the afterlife, or the life that men pass into after the death of physical body. Certain religions have beliefs in many kinds of heaven and hell and of purgatorial existence. These will be well understood once the person understands astral body. So, understanding of the various occult phenomena. So, understanding this phenomenon of the astral body throws light on a large number of so-called occult phenomena like apparitions of many kinds, knowledge of places never visited physically, understanding of the phenomena of the seance room, and understanding certain psychic or non-physical methods of healing diseases. So, understanding the world around him. So, the physical senses do not represent the limit of what man's vehicles may teach him or her of the worlds in which he or she lives. He or she will expand enormously on the conception of life as experienced solely by the pure physical senses. Such a person will find the confirmation of many of the theories which have been formulated by means of geometry and mathematics for those interested in what is called as the fourth dimension. Understanding the almost limitless potential of man, the awareness of the functioning activity of the astral faculties reveals a new world within the old world. When a man becomes able to understand its significance, the almost limitless potential in man will be revealed to him, and eventually there will be an impulse to master these worlds and himself or herself, so that he may rise above his earthly destiny and become an intelligent cooperator with what is accurately termed as the supreme will in evolution. This impulse will then become a firm determination. So the next video is a very interesting topic called the elemental essence. Stay tuned.